Yes, hello.
Alrighty, folks. Well, we're going to get this thing kicked off. Today is Wednesday, May 25th, and we're going to be talking about pool openings and closings today, primarily pool openings because we're coming up on Memorial Day weekend, and we're going to be dealing with a lot of pool openings throughout the summer. So again, saddle up. I'm sure, again, a lot of you folks that have joined today are experiencing a little bit of that seasonal buzz where you're starting to pick up in traffic and you're looking for a solution that's going to help you better organize your day, better connect with your customers and deliver the service that you guarantee, but do it in an efficient manner. So I do want to showcase for you, again, how easy Lou makes your life when it comes to building reoccurring orders, managing customer profiles, and really helping you set the proper expectations for a successful busy season. So I'm going to jump right into it. So now that you can see my screen, holy cow, we've got our company, Hazeldale Pool and Hearth. And this is going to basically be my primary dashboard again. So we're going to start with going to a customer profile. We've got a customer that called in and they're curious about, man, I've got a pool and it needs to be opened up. It might need a little bit of cleaning and prep for the season. And so we're gonna get them set up for success. So let's pull up Miss Sarah. And really all you have to do is type in a first or last name. If you've got the customer number memorized, obviously you can locate it that way, or you can pop in a phone number, an email address. There's multiple ways to access this customer profile. Now, once you've accessed the customer profile, there's a lot of nice features here. You can see a balance due for your customers. If they've been a long-standing customer for you, you can see that there are remaining balances, and you can kind of see a little bit of their historical. Over here off to the right, you'll notice you've got the integrated Google Maps. And this is a feature that Lou comes with. It's at no additional charge. It's fully integrated within Lou. And you're able to really get a good idea of what that customer's site location looks like. So obviously here we've got that bird's eye view of the map. If you wanted to zoom in and drill down and really get a good view of what that customer site profile looks like, you can make sure that you've got the proper vehicles, the proper personnel, all the assets and tools that you're going to need to properly take advantage of this pool opening. So again, that integrated Google Maps is very, very convenient. Let's say, for example, when Sarah called in, she just needed to make a quick update. Maybe she needed to change her phone number. Well, a great feature is this little update toggle right here. So if you select that, you'll notice all of the customer information exists within this little page. So if you needed to update the phone number, you could simply populate a new phone number in. You can toggle it to being mobile. Also, there's the email address here. And then you have the electronic message preferences. So if, say for example, we've been reaching out and communicating with Sarah by way of text message and email. And now she just says, I never check my email. If you guys are going to be coming out, the best way to communicate with me is going to be by way of text message. So all you'd have to do is select this text message messaging preference and you're set to go. It's no longer going to be sending her those emails that she's not going to be receiving. I know that I just previously mentioned the integrated Google Maps. Well, the address validation is also a really nice feature just to confirm that we're going to the right places. We all have been watching the news. We've been seeing what's going on with fuel prices. We would hate to input an incorrect address and then have one of your service trucks roll all the way out there and then determine, oh my gosh, this address is incorrect. So the goal is for the green icon here. So we want to make sure that we've got a valid address, and the integrated Google feature does that for us. So definitely nice to have available quick and easy for you here on hand. And that's all validated through Google and USPS. So you can confirm that, that nobody's going to a site that doesn't exist. So as we go down, again, you can see on this customer profile, you have quite a few additional nice features in the way of tiles. You don't have to go back and forth from page to page to really make sure that, if you wanted to create an estimate or a sales order or a work order for this customer, you don't have to go back to the primary dashboard, look them up, and then begin the process there. You can do it all right here from the customer profile. It's super easy to go through and navigate and make sure that, even if you've got new personnel and they're getting trained on Lou, they'd be able to quickly and easily access the customer profile information, as well as get an estimate, sales order, or work order started. So what I want to do for today, I think up front, what we're going to do is we're going to build out an order, I should say an estimate, and then create a work order for a pool opening. And then once we do that, I also want to show you what it looks like to create a recurring order. So once we've initialized that first maintenance service or that pool opening, afterwards, we're probably going to be treating that water and making sure that the pool stays, clean and ready to swim in for the entire season. So for starters, I'm going to go ahead and just go here and I'm going to create a work order. And at this point, this work order page is actually really helpful, especially when you're thinking from the standpoint of maybe a dispatcher or a service manager that's setting up and scheduling these appointments for specific personnel. And maybe with Sarah being on the phone, you wanted to start an interview. Does she have anything that's going on with the pool? So you just click this start an interview link here, and you can see, oh, we got a green pool, we've got hot tub not heating, maybe a broken pump. So let's say, for example, maybe she's concerned about a broken pump. All you have to do is start the interview right here, and you can go through those pre-diagnostic questions. When was the last time you saw the pump running? Was the pump under manufacturer warranty? And then you could put answers and additional notes here in this field. So just gonna set you up for success as your personnel go out to complete the job. Also, you have direct access to the site profile here. So if they've got a gate code or if there's a specific location for their hot tub or their pool, you can review those attributes right here and include them onto the work order. Also, you've got, we're going to do a pool cleaning at this time. Pool cleaning and service is our division. All of these drop downs, by the way, when you go to onboard and set up your version of Lou, you'll be able to customize how you want to set up your task types, your divisions, etc. There we go. We're going to choose she's Portland. So we're going to go Portland retail store. And we're going to do our service team. On-site repair and service. We'll leave the document type as a work order for pool and create. So now that we're on our work order page, it's a very easy to understand layout. The formatting here is extremely simple, and we do that on purpose. We want to make sure that you can see all the pertinent details that pertain to the work order crystal clear. So you can see here at the top, we do have the outcome, and we're going to kind of work this page backwards just because we're going to basically fill out this work order, assign a task to specific personnel, and then once we're completed with that, what we can do, once the task has been completed, what we'll do is we'll come back to the top of this page and complete the work order itself. So what I'm going to do is we're going to add a SKU here. There it is, pool labor. We're going to add that in. And again, this unit price is set to $1, and we can make that change as we spend time getting that pool opened and closed. We're going to add that. We're going to add a task at this point. This is going to get your individual field personnel assigned a task to get completed for your customer. So you can see everything's been pre-populated here. You can still see that the integrated card is on file up here in the right-hand corner. It's tied to our specific document, the specific work order. And now this is when you can see all the what's and when. So we're doing a cleaning of the pool. We've got our pool cleaning and service division out there. This is a 60-minute task for today's date. And then we'll choose our time frame, maybe a late afternoon. And then for here, we're going to select our vehicle. So you can see that I've been pre-populated as a personnel. I've got 3 tasks for 2 hours today. But what we're going to want to do is get the pool service van and my pool cleaning pump and vacuum. And we'll go ahead and create. So what we'll do is I've got my task scheduled here. You've got the ability to create a door hanger, and we can go through that here in just a few. But what I'm going to do for now is we're going to go back to our scheduled tasks. Now that we've got our work order completed, we're going to hop into my day. And now we can see we've got our pool cleaning. It's been assigned, and you can see that me as individual personnel, I've got a couple of cleanings for pools and hot tubs throughout the day, but Sarah has now been officially added to my task list. And I know I mentioned site profile previously, but what's really nice is you've got the ability to go into the site profile. Your service personnel that are out in the field will be able to access this information, and they'll be able to select the site profile. There we go. And then, of course, you can review any gate codes. Say, for example, Sarah does have a gate code. You select it, you can see the value of the gate code is right here. It gives also instructions, west gate access only, do not use the east gate. Maybe there's a dog behind that east gate and you don't want to get caught up with that German Shepherd. So it's important to read that site profile so you're prepared for the task at hand. And then again, you also have the ability to set your routing. You also have the ability to disposition to your customers that I'm on my way, I've arrived, or I've departed. It's nice to be able to have that communication so that everybody knows what's going on, especially if folks aren't home. I know I'm the kind of guy who I live on my Ring camera. So if I'm watching for service personnel to arrive, sometimes my Ring camera might miss it. So it's nice to be able to have that communication direct from your technician. And then once they leave, you have that peace of mind in knowing that they're gone, and you can monitor your property accordingly. So from here, basically, you'll be able to go out and you can complete the outcome of this task. If you've arrived, you've completed the job, you've gone through your checklist. This is one thing I would like to show off actually too. So the checklist is really handy. So you can go through and you can showcase, hey, I brushed the surface, yes or no. You can give any pertinent details that may pertain to that cleaning, and then you just go on through the list. So you've got the ability to check your filter. You can add additional notes if you need to in regards to that filter. You can do a pump check. You can make sure that the skimmer is free of debris and all kinds of cooties and stuff that build up over the winter time and early spring. So once that's been created, or once you've completed that checklist, you can really make sure that you've done a tip-top job. So what I'm going to do from here is I'm going to go to map my day. I want to show you guys what the map routing looks like so that you have an idea of what your field personnel is going to be doing out in the field. So as you can see, we've got a couple of stops here, and they're kind of throughout the Portland metropolitan area. So what's really nice is, as you can see over here on the right-hand side, we've got 106.2 miles of driving for the day to complete my 4 tasks. And again, if you've watched the news at all lately, you'll know that fuel prices are through the roof right now. I'm talking like over $5 a gallon average. So if you're able to optimize your routing, spend less time on the road, less time behind the windshield, that's going to save you guys some dough. So obviously we went from that 106, we optimized the route, we went to 92.3 miles. So that's really going to be a helpful tool, especially when you start to stack up those pool openings and you're going from job to job and you've got 10 to 15 jobs for the day. If you're able to optimize your routing and save that driving distance, it's going to be a major savings factor for you. So something to really take into consideration, and something that Lou does for you, again, at no additional charge. The integrated Google feature is right there for you. And then of course, when you're ready to complete the job, you can just go to your outcome here. And then once it's completed, you can leave notes to your customer. You can leave notes for your next visit if you wanted to share those notes in your door hanger. Say for example, pool is open and water is ready. Dive in. Notes for next visit. We'll change filter. Recommend water care program. And these can be included in that door hanger. And of course, we can go to review order. And this will take us directly back to our work order. And at this point, we can go our work order outcome here, or we can just go right here actually, and we'll send door hanger. And so now your customer will have received that door hanger document once your job has been completed. So you can go up here, work order outcome. Oops, actually, never mind, we're all set. So at this point, what we can do is we actually want to complete our test. If I'm not mistaken. Oh yeah, we're complete, we're set. And at this point, we can invoice our customer. So once the job has been done, once the job has been completed and you're ready to invoice out your customer, the beauty of Lou being cloud-based is you don't have to wait for those work orders to come back and arrive. You actually have the ability to just invoice your customers out as soon as the job is completed. And that's going to give you some time back. If you're typically waiting for those work orders to come back to process, maybe you get to them later in the evening, later in the week, or the following morning. Now it can be done all at once. And then once you've invoiced out your customer, it'll give you the invoice it has been complete. And then you can go to your payment toggle. And this is where you can collect payment. So let's say, for example, we want to just pay in full. We're going to pay by check, or Sarah's going to pay by check. Then we'll save and close. And you can send a message of this receipt of payment to your customer. Thank you for your business. Your pool has been completed. You can append a link to our customer portal, and that's going to really give your customers the power to control their account. They can control their communication preferences. They have the ability to see upcoming appointments, any outstanding balances that are owed, any open work orders or sales orders that are processing. So it's going to give them full visibility to basically their customer profile account. And then we can send this message to the customer. And you can see message sent. So we're all done there. So what I want to show now, actually, before I move ahead, I kind of want to touch base with my panelists. I'm going to take a quick sip of water. Are there any questions that are hanging out there that I can provide some clarification on?
Yes, Andrew. Shannon wanted to know, when you send those messages to the customer, the on my way arrived.
I will take that as a no. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move on to building a recurring order. So as you just saw, we were able to create just a single work order, a standalone work order for Sarah, so that she can get her pool open. But now she mentioned, you know what? I think I might take advantage of that weekly water care program. I think that'd be something that, you know, to give me as a customer the time back in my day to just enjoy my pool, and I don't have to worry about maintaining it. If you guys do it, you can do it for me. So that's always a win. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into our recurring orders here. And we're going to create a new one. You can see here we've got plenty of those orders, those recurring orders in onboarding, ready to go active. But if we wanted to create something totally new, we're just going to go to our create toggle here. We're going to choose our customer. We're going to choose our recurring order type. And then any comments. And it brings you back to your recurring order profile page. So again, very consistent. When you're seeing an estimate page or a work order or a sales order page, they're going to be very consistent in this layout. And that was done on purpose. We want to make it so that you're not getting lost within Loo. We want to keep it extremely user-friendly, easy to understand, easy to access the information you need, so that you're not having to, you know, pick your brain and go to different, you know, support articles and things like that to find what you need. It really is very user-friendly, very user-intuitive. So at this point, we've put together the pending onboarding here for the reoccurrence, and now we need to determine exactly when that reoccurrence is going to take place. And so what we're going to do is go to the update toggle here, the update button, and we're going to create a reoccurring schedule. So for this one, we're going to say monthly pool cleaning, or weekly pool cleaning. And being that they're only using their pool from about Memorial Day to Labor Day, we'll go ahead and get that service starting in May, and we'll end it in September. And everything else in between will toggle. And we're going to repeat that service weekly, and we'll do it every Wednesday. And then what we'll do is we'll make sure that at this point, we're going to have it end never. But if you wanted to, say, for example, have it end in September, you could just totally select the end date. We can go to September, and we can have it be like that last Wednesday at September the 28th. And then of course, if you wanted to set, you know, specific occurrence, maybe you have a water care plan and it's just 4 treatments. You do, you know, one treatment per week for 4 weeks. You can have that set to schedule or to stop, I'm sorry, after 4 occurrences if so you choose. So what we'll do for right now, every Wednesday, you know, it's going to end on the 28th. It's going to start here on this next Wednesday. We're going to hit create. And now you can see you've got a pretty clear view of what months are going to be on that reoccurring schedule. And of course, if you needed to make any updates, changes, schedule projections, you can do that all here from the actions tile. So you can see weekly on Wednesday until September 28th is when it's going to kick off. So what we'll do is we'll scroll down here just a little bit, and we'll go to our schedule task template. This is where we make sure that, you know, folks are going to be available and ready to take care of this customer as promised. So what we're going to do is go to our task type. We're going to go to pool cleaning. If you have any specific comments that you wanted to include, you absolutely can at this point right here. You can also color code so that when you're looking at, you know, this from a calendar view, it's just easy and quick at a glance as you're scoping that calendar. And then of course here, if you wanted to select any additional assets, so maybe you want to make sure that, you know, every time you're going out to clean a pool, you've got your pool cleaning pump and vacuum. So you can add that. And of course, if you wanted to force assign personnel and vehicle to all tasks created, you can toggle this here. And it's just basically going to make it so that you've got specific personnel and vehicles to the task for this customer. And then from here, we're going to hit save. And once that's done, we're going to need to add a SKU. So we'll update that here. We'll go ahead and, oops. Go ahead and create. We'll select, let's do our, and we're going to do our current retail pricing for now. If you wanted to adjust that to, retail pricing minus 1% or fixed price or no charge service, maybe you're providing a free cleaning as part of a purchase of something else or an installation, you can set that up accordingly right here. And then of course, what we'll do is we'll scroll down. Then you also have the ability to, manage some of your SKU options too. So as you're looking at this, if you wanted to repeat the SKU by the number of scheduled tasks on order, by all means you can. If you want to make it so that basically the SKU only appears on the first order created when the reoccurring moves into onboarding, so that they're not seeing that pricing, every single week, you can make sure that that's hidden here too. And what we'll do is we'll create. And then of course, obviously you've got your actions toggle. So you need to update or delete anything. You can make those changes right here. And then also if you have multiple options here, you have the ability to click and drag and move those and reorganize if needed. So just quick, easy fixes if you need to make them. Lou's got your back in that regard. And then as we scroll up, what we're going to need to do at this point, we can see that we've been onboarded for today's date, but what we have to do before we can do anything else is activate. So what's the start date of this recurring order? We're going to say for today. And what we're going to have to do at this point is then process the order. So now that we're activated, we're going to process this for a specific recurring order. We're going to process now. There we go. It's successfully been processed. So at this point, if you wanted to either place this on hold, maybe a couple of months have gone by and they decided, you know what, we're going to be out of town. We're not even going to be using our pool. Can we hold off on one of those cleanings? You can place that on hold here, or you can just complete everything out once it's done. So that's really your reoccurring orders and how they look. So now I want to show you how to collect payments. So, this is the important part, right? Now it's time to start closing pools. We're going through these reoccurring orders. Maybe the summer has come to a close, and now we're starting to really think about, what does it look like from a business standpoint to start collecting these payments? And so I'm going to go to the home menu here. Must be invoices completed. There we go. And then we've got Sarah right here up top. Oh, she's actually at the bottom. That's an old order. Let's go to the bottom one that I just created. There it is. So what we can see is that obviously she's got the completed work order here. And what we can do is just review the details from like a quality assurance standpoint, make sure everything was completed up to snuff. And then we can go to our applied here. And we can see payment's been applied. She's been charged. There's no balance due. If you wanted to unapply the payment, you actually have the ability to do so right here. And then we can close out. So it just gives you a nice opportunity to review what those payments look like, what the order looked like, and again, provide a quality customer experience. So outside of that, that's our recurring orders. And that's how you can quickly and easily manage those for your customers, as well as your personnel out in the field to make sure that, they're staying on track and that we're able to, really assist those customers who need those pool openings, especially when you have quite a few of them, because I know this time of year, between Memorial Day and Labor Day, you guys are going to be slammed with those pool openings. And then come Labor Day time, it's going to be pool closing. So it's nice to know that Lou has got your back when it comes to making this a lot easier and simpler and more efficient in your work day. So again, before I move on at all, I do want to touch base with my Q&A team and make sure that they, if there's questions, we can provide some clarity to those. Tiffany or Kim, do you guys have anything for us?
Yes, Andrew, can you hear me?
I've got you on headphones.
Okay, can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Great. So someone asked, the balance on the reoccurring order in the top left corner, is that the customer balance, or is that the balance for the reoccurring order that is being shown?
So we're looking right here, right?
Correct.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So that balance would be the entire customer balance. So what they owe to your specific company.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. And
Absolutely.
my second question is, can you have more than one reoccurring order for the same customer?
Oh, totally. Absolutely. Yep. If you wanted to say, for example, have hot tub cleaning and maintenance every other week, and then pool cleaning and maintenance once a month, you could have multiple reoccurrences set up for a single customer for sure.
Great, and that was it. Thank you, Andrew.
You're very welcome. All righty, folks. Well, I'm glad that we got a couple of those questions answered. And again, if we don't have any additional Q&A, that really is the pool openings themed reoccurring order creation, pool opening creation for your customers with an easy workflow for your team and easy management for everybody that's involved. So again, I appreciate you taking the time to join us today and review this awesome theme, because we're going into summer. Everybody's excited for it. And I'm really excited that we have a solution that's going to help you better manage your day and give you a little bit more time back. The days are longer. This means you get to get out of the office, get out of the shop a little bit earlier, and you can go enjoy some awesome weather and really take the benefits of the summertime. So again, thank you for joining us today. I will say next week, we've got an awesome webinar. June 1st is going to be our first billiards basics Lou overview. So we've got a company created that's strictly billiards related, and we're going to be able to showcase what it looks like to put together special order items. We're going to help you, really improve your cash flow when it comes to putting together some of your billiards equipment. So if you are in the billiards industry, or anybody is in the billiards industry, please make sure they submit their information to us here at Lou. We'll get them a personalized invitation, and we'll certainly be excited to have you guys join. So again, that'll be next Wednesday, June 1st. We're going over billiard basics. So please join us then. But without anything in addition, again, I'm Andrew. I'm here with Lou, and I will see you all next week. Thank you all for joining. Take care.
Yes, hello.